Aloha. Hello, hello. Hey, Shkirk. Thank you for the bits. How you doing? Damn, you need some more bits soon. Burning through them. Hope you're doing well. Hiya, hiya. And hello, Damien. Sup? Woo, we back. Another week of work down. Finally. It's gonna start busying up as I go into Christmas, so I might miss a few streams. Not tomorrow, but the following Monday. I am very unlikely to be live. As for Christmas, I should be live on Christmas Day this year. I like to be live on Christmas Day. I think I've streamed every Christmas since, well, before I kind of started streaming full on. Apart from last year. But this year, I'm not working. Currently. So, hopefully, I'll be live. But yes, today we have Wonderlands. Yesterday we beat the game and we unlocked post-game. So now we have the post-game to explore. So Chaos Chambers and Mirrors. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do each of the mirrors once and then I'm going to start pushing Chaos Chambers. And I'm going to do it in that order specifically so I don't need to respec for a Melder. And Theodore, I should just be able to do them. Chums and Redmayne should be fine. Redmorn? Redmayne? Redmorn. Redmayne is Elden Ring. They should be fine. Redmorn will be spooky. And then as it gets tougher, we might have to respec to get... go towards Blender and away from Dreadwind and use Executioner's Blade. What does Redux change about Endgame? Well, that's what we're gonna find out today, because, yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I did the tutorial Chaos Chamber run and did not like the changes. So what I could see immediately was that it was a lot of enemies, like loads of enemies, which was great, but the amount of enemies you needed to kill to progress a Chaos Chamber room was not increased. So it meant that the Chaos Chamber rooms lasted about 15 seconds, which was not fun. You're surrounded by like 30 enemies and they all just disappear. After you've killed like 6. That's very good. Spellcasting looks fun for Redux. That would be a build I would want to do. Enchants, yeah, none of them really lit the fire. We've kind of got a build going. I do need some stuff. That one's very good, but annoyingly, yeah, it doesn't really beat that. It is good though. I want to have like 2 of each at least. That was rude. Every Banshee-Claw I've gotten post-game has been non-elemental. It's very not fun. What's my shooty gun? I don't have a level 40 shooty gun. That is something I'm going to need. So I'll grab the infantry. Not great, but somewhat. I could just change to barrage. When I need it. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, let's go to Dreamvale Overlook. It apparently just doesn't have a... Does Dreamville have a fast travel station? The fuck is this shit? Oh, fine, I guess we'll run!
Now there's a face I'm always happy to see. And don't mind the mirrors near me. I was talking to you.
Blast away, ye cold winds! I blast back harder and longer!
It's a good night to face your fears. And the embodiment of everyone else's fears, too.
Oh, wow. That's that burr, not... Alright, I guess we do release order.
I prefer worlds that are less...
Oh, you don't have to do them, you can just... skip. Interesting. Hey kitty, how you doing? Hiya, hiya. That was very jank. You don't get the cutscenes.
Mountains are home to mythic
Well,
monsters.
I feel like it should give you the cutscene for the first one.
You've seen it all. The threads of your fate are always stretching
They're like skippable.
drawing fire and sanctums of gods, outwitting the ancients. Could you still be awed by the sight of a great behemoth pounded by guards?
Behemoths, chains, sure, I've seen all manner of those.
Then it is as I predicted. I see no surprises in your future, but I do see a long tail and fins, two at least. And a great reward if you can solve that puzzling contraption ahead. The column, the levers, they require someone of imagination to reveal their secrets.
I thought you just kind of shoot them and forgotten how to do this puzzle. I thought you shot them and they turned. Yeah, I thought you shot them and they turned. I am misremembering, apparently. What am I misremembering? Yeah, I'm stuck. I don't remember what to do here. I thought I shoot them to spin the pillars. So I had the shock.
Foes all around.
But evidently, that is not the case. I'm lost. I don't know what's going on there.
These frostbitten fools will melt in the heat of my righteous fury. I could not dismiss the call of fate and justice and money, but mostly those first two.
Okay, now I have a mission, so I think it just bugged out and didn't give me a mission. Functional video game. I wonder if that was a result of skipping the cutscene or not.
Good triumphs over evil. Or was it lawful overkill?
Phantasm's Curse. Shots can chain. Oh, okay, that's just brainstorm. Cool. I can't remember the name of the weapon that replaces.
I'll be.
Yeah, now it's working. Okay, it just bugged out.
Mind you have?
They fall in my wake.
Hey, for what you done. Rude mother. Forgive me.
Your creativity.
Really, game? You gonna invisible wall that? You gonna invisible wall this? That is rude.
What lies beyond those gates is.
Heroic acts waiting to be done.
If you ruin monsters like you do moves, you'll be unbeatable. These coiled would imprison anyone who stands against them. No one belongs in a cage, no matter how golden its bars. They're protecting the key to the inner sanctum. Dream up a way past them, would you?
Begone, coward.
The column moved. Do that
God,
again.
these aren't really failable, are they?
Many must fall. There has got to be a more pleasant way to slaughter my foes. Turn back now, and you might survive.
There, the soft one.
I'll take you all.
Inspiringly done.
Hey Thumb, how you doing? Thank you for the 19 months, much appreciated. Thank you, thank you.
The prisoner desiccates in the day. Eyes parched, mouth dry as it thirsts for a taste of freedom. Could you imagine a life shackled just beyond the reach of everything you want? Ah, it needs water. There are water valves all around this oasis. Turn them. Give this god something to salivate over.
Unfortunately lost my little.
A cold shower for the coiled. You do it all, don't you? Can't stop the flood.
Near me, warm blood.
Pour one out for everyone.
That's quite... There's a lot of movement speed. I like the movement speed.
Get your ass out here. We need backup.
I'll not suffer the likes of you.
I call the cabal.
The imprisoned one is near. It calls for freedom.
I this all day.
I'm really sad I can't air dash inside of Dreadwind. Like, that's so unnecessary, but I want to do it anyway. Bell power. It is time for chums.
Sleep now, old friend.
Actual loot.
Gone.
You were friends with the bloodthirsty fish god?
Freedom is the right.
Oh, hammer and anvil.
Friend or
Hello, hello.
good or God. It's what we do with that freedom that matters. You're free now to return to me and to be rewarded, or go about your adventures in this world, or ones beyond even my wildest imagination.
Annoyingly, that doesn't do anything for me. A point in skill recovery. How much do I have? 44. Wow. Wow. That's okay. That becomes 88% critical hit damage. That's very powerful. So with ASS, you could get, say, Feral Surge up to 10%, 20% crit chance, and then with other bonuses, you're looking towards 30-40% crit chance. For a one and done here, it's still not great. But not bad at all. Anyway, Lightning Burr with 10% all damage, I believe that is just simply lay upgrade. What was the old one? That one, yeah. And then, of course, we've got Hammer and Anvil now. And that is a pan. Yep, exactly the same and unchanged. Melee damage. Plus a 90% ability critical hit damage. So that is a double roll. Yeah, no. Critical hit chance is not it for me. The Bone Grave.
Care for a swim in the seas of imagination? There is more here for you to triumph over, if you dare.
The wheel's a lot faster.
Launched into a dream and
Hey, Deathless.
body for you. Oh, how sweet.
My glorious eye has seen a vision such as this before.
It's like a recurring dream. The broad strokes are the same, but the details are unimaginably different.
Lightning Burr. Yeah, technical upgrade. I'll keep the protagonizer, but... Ah, Mistral. Yeah, so you better shoot a gun. Get rid of the infantry. Lots of melee damage and lots of health. Ah, here we go. So I do sacrifice movement speed still, but I do gain melee damage. Yeah, I think I'll rock that. Melee crit chance gun damage, area damage. Very good.
Blast away, ye cold winds! I blast back harder and longer.
So now we can skip straight to him.
I sense evil. Foes all around.
Fought to the last, and so did you. Come, see me, and be rewarded.
Ooh, a Gaia. That's quite unchanged. Like a Gaia.
Frostbite is nothing compared to the bite of my blade. Any pilferers of gold herein shall be dispatched forthwith.
Witches and brews and adventures await. And countless threads of fate and fortune are twisted here, all wrapped around that castle in the forest. I see only vague shapes, a mushroom, a crab, a bean, a very lumpy bean. Anyway, these are, no doubt, ingredients for trouble. Something unsavory is brewing. I see a few individuals wandering nearby who may have a clearer vision of this situation than I do. Use your expertise to find out which secrets they're holding.
Darkness, flees before the light.
One of them has dropped a list of ingredients. Shall we take a look? It says magic shroomlets, hold the fangs, goblin beans, hot or cold, pirate crabs, any kind of do. What monster would dream up a list like this? It's unfathomable. I must see the mind that cooked up this mess. Only a wild imagination could concoct such twisted things. Go and find it.
So that one has got ability damage and actual skill duration on it, but also melee crit chance.
I see a stunning gate soon. You? A little fortune teller. Shrooms grow in every crevice of these woods, which give the forest its distinctive, pungent scent. I can't smell it, of course. I can't even imagine. But I can tell from your face that's an accurate description. I see 5 mushrooms in your future. Good luck finding one without fangs.
Use melee to get 10 kills in every room. Can do.
There's more where that came from.
Somewhere 600,000 damage there, I'm pretty sure.
Go for the eyes! Justice has been served. None may withstand.
Maced Wardu. Enemies who melee to the Fate Maker while warded take melee damage based on our equipment weapon. Punch me. Okay. So if we can keep warded, then that's quite good. I think Hammer and Anvil's better overall. I can gain some melee crit chance and melee damage at the cost of some cooldown, right? Hey Sora, how you doing? Good to see you. That's a lot of melee crit chance though. Yeah, go on then.
As my friend Gus, the court jester, used to say, there's no fun with... he was annoying. May he rest in peace. The goblins that dwell here value 3 things in life. Coin, preserving ancient architecture, and their beans. You'll need to draw the alpha goblins out of hiding to get the ripest beans. Picking off a few of their less bean-endowed friends should do the trick.
This world is not for you.
beams bouncing your way.
Parry this, you filthy casual!
Those goblins are has-beens now. Or are they hasn't-beens? Whatever, moving on.
Frozen orb still going. What level is this orb? It's not 40, is it? Must not a different one. No, it's only level 34 and it's still like pulling its weight. Forgot this map was part of DLC 2.
The pirates of this idyllic cove may not have much in the way of creature comforts, but they do have crabs. Lots of crabs.
Crabs!
I'd watch out while you're collecting crab meat. They're known to pinch. And by they, I do mean the pirates.
Another foe felled by the fungus! Now this is a battle!
I hear these crabs are to die for. Oh, I guess the pirates proved it.
Dizzying righteousness!
Do you know what animal pirates really dislike? The common deer.
Great souls in this game is so funny. You walk around one-shotting.
Will they never learn?
It does kind of feel like cheating. They can't really do anything to me.
The recipe says, now that you've
A reviver! He's kind of strong.
Oh, monstrous mind that wrote this recipe must be stopped.
Graveborn, melee with gun stats. Graveborn, spell shot.
Step carefully. The trolls here pride themselves on the size of their bone piles. But as my cellmate Haga the Swampface always said, you can't make bone meal without cracking a few bones. The troll's bones ideally, not yours. Give those bone piles a shake and see what happens.
Well, they kind of just keep spawning and then dying, so I'm not really doing anything.
Come now, bring me a challenge!
Would it be too much if I said bone appetit? Oh, it is. I take it back.
The hammer and anvil is
Every day's a
kind of
grind.
stealing all of my kills. Does it take a copy? Doesn't say it does, but I'm pretty sure it, in practice, it does take a copy
Yes, just as we practiced.
of my equipped melee weapon.
Bone meal and beans? What is this recipe doing?
Berserker and Dark Magic. I think that's a new best for that element. It is. Not like it really matters.
From every angle.
They should call cute skeletons bone snacks instead of bone meals. That's the whole list of ingredients. It's time to see the mind behind all this.
I think that actually kind of just showcases one of the issues of this, of the mirrors there. You do that little wave defense against some skeletons, and the skeletons it chooses to send at you were shambling skeletons. The weakest type. Right, this was post-launch content. It should be like... That's fine for playthrough, but... We had builds.
I'm spelling your doom.
Right.
I see an invitation to dinner in your future.
You know rest.
There doesn't seem to be any way. Ah, you can do this. Okay. Because we can... Boop. Can't really boop this phase though. Yeah, Melda still kind of sucks for melee. At least phase 1's a bit better. Yeah. The later difficulty ones might be...
Out of her gourd there at the end, wasn't she? Terrifying.
Don't remember what they all were.
I hope our gourd settings were on low because it's everywhere.
Garlic breath. On critical hit, knocks down enemies. I'm trying to remember which one this was. Right. Knocking down enemies on crit's quite good. What's the uptime of that? Nearly 50%. What's the spell crit chance? 46. Might play around with that.
Back in business.
Driftwood. Plus 25% damage one. Weak wild dankness. Incredibly niche item. It has lower ability damage. Interesting. It's not 15, it's 14.3. And then there it is. Salt and Battery. Melee attacks increase your melee crit chance by 20% on every hit until a critical hit is scored, resetting the bonus. Additionally, melee crits spawn dagger storms. Yeah, that looks unchanged. Oh dear.
Now to demolish a monster royale with extra cheese.
Fire claw power with 20% all damage. That's really good. Ability and melee. That's really good for damage. So current one. Melee max health. So I'm trading maximum health for ability damage. I don't think I should be doing that. Area damage and all damage.
Hungry for adventure, are we?
I think 4. I can't remember all the phases for Imelda.
And you thought you were seasoned. To flay you alive.
This'll come in handy.
Yeah, she's very meleeable in phase 4 form.
Trip there will add spice to your life.
What's phase 3?
Strong stomach for salty language.
Yeah, the fact that you can get up onto a platform now is game changing. In Borderlands 2, you decided to use all my Guardian rank points. Will I do the same with Myth rank? Absolutely not. So, the difference between Myth rank and Guardian rank is Guardian rank tail off and cap. You physically cannot surpass certain percentages. In this game, that doesn't exist. It's 1% per point forever. So 15% is where each bonus caps in BL3. I'm already at 20%. And I have 500 available points. So that means that those 20% will go to over 100%. It's not even like Borderlands 2. In Borderlands 2, all my hours leave my bonuses at about high 30%. I'm already at over 100 in each stat in Wonderlands if I were to spend them. It's so not, like... It's just way too silly and not thought through. I would consider spending them all if there was A, a way to turn them off, and B, uncapped chaos, mayhem, yeah, chaos levels. So if I could keep doing chaos level to chaos 200, 300, 500, 1000, if I could keep doing that, I would consider spending them to go as high as possible. But you can't, so no. No intent on spending my myth rank. Okay, yeah, 3's very, very malleable.
Magic time! I'm an army all my own!
An unsavory mind dreamt up that place.
Compared to mine, 1049. See, this... I say I only have about 1,000 hours in Wonderlands. You know those numbers can climb really high when it comes to Lands games. And your myth rank... Like, even lower values, like 400. It's still very strong. And especially since you don't have to max out the others, you can just go straight into the end bonus. And worth doing with difficulty, you'll get more or higher difficulty. No. I'm just looking at the different versions of the bosses.
I prefer worlds that are less damn.
Base
But
game,
I love the thought.
you unlock new items to go into the world pool, so you want to do them at least once.
Underworld and deliver the pain they deserve.
And Redux, they have the drop sources listed on the card, and sometimes they specify like a Melda difficulty 2. So if I want to farm Salt and Battery, I would do a Melda difficulty 2, according to this.
And apparently enjoy. Huh.
Which is the least fun one.
Hungry for adventure, are we? A gorgeous getaway for fans of barbecue and brimstone.
I don't like how it removes the
Beyond
cutscenes.
that gate lies Theodore.
I don't see what that accomplishes. You can skip them if you don't want to watch them.
Sole warden of this prison, 'cause he was the sole person to want that
Now there
job.
is no way of getting the mirror story.
I mean, look at my gate chains. It takes multiple cannon shots to destroy those.
There's our quest. Find cannons, blast chains, and slay the odoriferous beast.
Correct. And be careful. He plays the fool, but he wants you to come in because no soul has ever gotten out.
Many must fall.
Another lost soul has come to be punished. Get in then.
Theodore binds everything he loves in chains, including the door to his lair. He's that hold up his gate all around this prison. You'll need to break each one to reveal his door. If you're wondering how he ever gets out of this place, I'll tell you. He doesn't.
I go out all the time. To cooler places than you've ever been.
He's a prisoner too. He just can't see it from under his giant helmet.
You deserve every splinter you get.
which brings us a little closer to freedom.
Well, my sensitivity's a little high.
I bet the warden wishes we called in sick today.
That's kind of weird trying to kill you, Judge. Huh. Deeply about.
I never knew minecarts were so multi-purpose. They should advertise for this.
What? That was my favorite minecart!
I'm so thrilled I mustered up enough strength to make you a return portal. Enjoy.
Is that a return portal? Ah! Vesper's getting stronger, I see.
There's still a portal you've yet to enter.
Yeah, there's 3. That was the first one. Let me in.
It seems you've landed in the power center of Theodore's forge. With my mind's eye, I see hammers, pistons, and burning lost souls. With my real eyes, I think I see turrets too. Do you? They're tricky to reach, but I suspect they're exactly what you need to loosen Theodore's hook in this world.
Can I borrow your entrails? Yes, I have a gun.
Does my guy just not exist?
Ha! Keep them coming!
Hey Pyrex, how you doing? Hello, hello. Did I manage to get my Guardian rank then? Mine are pretty much all some seem to count 13. Yeah. Eventually, the bonuses just get so small they're not doing anything.
Nimble shooting or sliding. Have a return portal to celebrate.
I don't like that she can make portals here. And you wouldn't either if you knew what she was.
Mine are around yours. 496, 497-ish. I think maybe a bit less.
I'm starting to think you might be obsessed with me. Curse my animal magnetism.
The chains that bind lost souls to stone. The hooks that snatch our spirits from bone. They're all forged here, in the molten heat beneath the mountain. Which means that same heat can be used to destroy them. There must be a control mechanism to direct its flow. Find it, and turn Theodore's hook into a molten memory.
jobs and keep that intruder off the plate!
Ah, static charge. Honestly, Hammer and Anvil isn't too far behind in terms of capacity there. Wood regenerates while sliding and passively removes 50% health. I think that's nerfed. Don't remember base game 1 draining health. Yeah, I don't think I'd want that anyway.
Is that
Static charge was like the go-to shield in base game, but maybe not anymore.
Oh, I love this. The chain is broken. I feel freer already.
Turn, turn! My spell is ready!
Chains and
Hey Fee, how you doing? Hello, hello.
away today, aren't they?
A new poison sword? Yep. Direct upgrade.
Back and we'll see what's next.
You melted my favorite chains! I can't even look at you right now!
Theodore sunk one of his hooks into this world. This place is buzzing with lost souls. He's placed crystals all around to absorb their powers. If you destroy those crystals, the lost souls' energy will be released and live their powers free. I suspect they'll show Theodore exactly what they think of him.
The forces of darkness encroach!
Something bad's about to happen! Badass, I mean!
I'm a talking stick.
Oh, that one's much higher. 7,000.
Too much. Something bad is on the way.
That's it! I'm beaming you the second I see you!
Inside Epic had so much to uplift.
You are breaking the law! And my henchmen will take care of you once and for all. Crime is not cool. Rules are... That's why they rhyme. Crime does not rhyme. Play.
Probably not going to do a higher level Theodore run. I suppose I spawn right there so I can try it. But Theodore really sucks for melee.
Look at you, slogging your way through fire for a chance to touch greatness. Just like all the other lost souls, you love punishment. You live for it. Well, as the king around here, it's my duty. Chopped to bits on a molten platter! Leveling up! Aren't heroes supposed to be good?
Okay, double jump and air dash. Really trivializes that. Okay.
Time for a smell!
How's my foot day?
Yeah, even on the higher difficulties, that'll...
I'll carry on your word. Lick brimstone!
Yeah, being able to double jump over the exploder slugs. Does this have crossplay? I believe it does.
Want me to turn down? Not again! She's gonna betray you!
Fyodor,
Oh, it's done.
he's gone.
Black powder gun damage.
Hold on all these lost souls. We had such a long run. I never imagined it would end. I dreamt it. I wished
Yeah, that's
it,
really good.
but I could never see it. Not even in my mirrors. I already feel so much freer.
Indeed. And even if this vagabond were to rise up once more, I would best him twice. Thrice even! 4 ice!
We may see him again in the future. Yes, being a demon is an eternal calling after all. But next time, it'll be on our terms. Thank you, hero.
Triple ice spike. Cooldown rate, crit damage, and crit chance. That's really good.
Can ever know.
Hey Pat, is this a mod? I am running a mod overhaul, yes. The content I'm running is base game, but I'm running an overhaul mod to change the gameplay. Add in some new items. Do some quality of life stuff. For example, I can go here. Not that one. I can go here.
Oh, well then it's high time for some takeouts.
Select a higher difficulty version, and it puts me right at the boss fight. Think I could do Wonderlands without skill points? It'd be tougher. Redux would be easier, but base game would be tougher. It'd be doable though.
Leveling up!
Okay. Even difficulty 4. This fight also just wasn't designed to have double jump.
Just like I taught you.
So Nexus? Yes.
You've lost your moving privileges! Listen to this baby sing! I've had cold stronger than you! I've got you now!
Is all the movement in Redux? Yeah. Yeah, like double jumping completely breaks this.
I've had enough of you!
Now the soul cells are going down quickly because I'm not in chaos mode yet. So that's helping a bunch, but you're just able to dodge so much more stuff without really thinking. Just by virtue of having double jump. You don't really have to time anything. That one's probably the toughest one, even in base game. But yeah, you can just kind of forehead it. Base game, you would have had to actually like approach that one intelligently. Yeah, the fire jets are the only thing that does real damage.
He's gonna betray you! He always does!
Does the fish one still respawn if you kill yourself with the mods installed? You're gonna have to be a lot more specific than that, because I've got no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Gorgeous getaway for fans of barbecue and brimstone.
The so-called embodiment of terror, who lurks in this glittering glass, shall discover true fear today.
To resolve any conflict civilly, use your wards.
The sharpest, most venturesome heroes can make do with anything. Even this ward.
Early imaginings of the wheel required blood payment, and often cursed heroes for eternity.
Oil and spice.
Tested, but I'm charmingly aloof, not sadistic.
Seems unchanged. First marry the shark boss. Oh, it's like a way to farm it? You don't need to.
That's a paradise for snorkelers, if you like that sort.
Because what the mod does is if you just select a higher difficulty one,
Cold winds
you spawn right here.
blast back harder and longer.
He is at rest. Return to me for your reward. Sleep now, old friend. Your shackles are gone.
You were friends with the bloodthirsty fish god?
Freedom is the right of us all. Friend or foe, good or God. It's what we do with that freedom that matters. You're free now to return to me and to be rewarded. Or go about your adventures in this world, or ones beyond even my wildest imagining. Embrace it, would you? It is done. Come see me to see what fate
That
has
seems
in store.
enough. I feel like that could be better. Fish.
By all means, break into a prison of lost souls! We can always
Whee.
do more.
Right, let's see if he's changed any of the objectives on this one. So this one has a cutscene, the others don't.
Me, the monsters who lie beneath the surface, the ones who lie to your face. We struggle to be our best selves so that the gaze in the glass doesn't scorch our souls. But what if we could fight fire with fire? Figuratively speaking, you could also use frost, poison, lightning.
I wonder if the others not having their cutscenes is a bug.
With the right tools, we
With the mod.
can change what we see. She who controls her vision can reshape worlds. Imagine that. I know I do.
Gearbox hyping up the Vesper betrayal and then not doing anything with it.
Is there anything in this world you're afraid of? I can't believe how much money they took from me. This helps, though.
Stab-o-matic! Wait. Why is that blast chilling? Epic, what did you do? This isn't supposed to blast chill. I forgot to move the cutscene from that one? Yeah, likely. Yeah, no, this isn't supposed to be doing this.
It's like that old saying, nothing gold can stay. Don't forget the interest.
Use my skull as a play about mine, Baron!
You may take the hard way, but you can never take. Think of a badass death line.
Tell you make a wrong turn,
Thank you, of the man who has bestowed us with guns.
I could get used to this!
This vengeance thing is helping my self-worth and my net worth.
Quick, teach me to read it on me bucket list.
We've got the gold. Fools to go with it. They'll be the ones waving white flags soon.
Look alive, you numbskulls! Oh, you arrow thing like blood boils! You think...
How could I have been so blind to all of these flags before?
I didn't rise from the grave and learn the forbidden art just to lose to a stupid hero! What boat? I will have my revenge, hero! Go, bear!
Yeah, these rooms don't seem changed objective-wise.
Promise.
Fair enough, considering it's not mandatory in all 4 runs now.
Oh, that you'll never win! Stand a ghost of a chance!
How can you don't skip straight to the boss in this one? Because that's not what I've been doing. For the first one, The first difficulty, you do the full run. And then subsequent difficulties, you skip to the boss. So I'm doing the full run to see if there's any changes. Also to collect some soul thingies. Buffmeister! Oh great. Yeah, that looks unchanged.
I've been done.
What a vision you are.
Found some free.
So after I do this, I'll likely jump to Red Morn difficulty 4.
Oh no, they're dead again. Already today said I'd get the You're no hero.
And then I think I'll start pushing Chaos. I was going to spend I go around the main maps and spend my soul coins on the new bosses that they've added. But I think I might do those on a higher Chaos level.
Good riddance to that.
Can't remember this boss. This boss was the best one. Chums 3 was good. Fedor was good, but it was in the wrong game. It should have been a Borderlands boss.
You're winning me over.
No, Red Morn. So Red Morn, the boss at the end of this,
It's in the next round.
is probably the coolest slash best
Nation.
boss arena in all the Borderlands
Every other round.
and Wonderlands.
So you half sing and half mumble. The ruler here lives in those cracks in my memory, lurking in the shadows of every gaslight. He stole the song in my heart and hid it there too. I need it back, and for that, we must find my loot. Seriously though, how did they get the instrument in the egg? Those wyverns sure know how to lay up
Oh, where all the eggs are.
wyverns.
They used to have a
More
good
like,
route.
why not die already, burns, right?
There's this. This is the last
I
one.
really want an omelet now. I guess in this realm, wyverns lay instruments. My heart's singing a new tune now, and so will yours. Where the old treasury is. I knew this place like the back of my hand once. They scattered my memories to make sure I'd stay lost. But the further you go, the clearer my mind gets. Which is why I can point you to a treasury known only to the ruler's most powerful allies.
Yeah, it was a very long run. This one was like kind of awkward to farm. So the fact that you can now just skip to the end is very nice.
Badass fighters will hold the levers you need to access the treasury.
Showed up to their I'm going to inheritance. Let's bend my bone, my brittle.
These warriors have nothing on you. Fighting, walking around, placing levers. What can't you do?
Prepare to be amazed and dead. Swish and
Those Wonderlands of the Redux overhaul, if you don't mind TLDA.
Is a concern.
This is a good way of summarizing it. Feels more streamlined. The movement is really nice. You're gonna have the biggest change is gonna be to your movement. You've got double jumps and this air dash. It's ridiculous. A little janky at times, but a lot of fun. You just move around so much quicker. The game's a bit easier than base game, which I definitely don't think was necessary. Mirrors are improved. Once you, like, after the first difficulty, you can just skip to the boss. And the Chaos Chamber has changed any of a raid boss rush. It's kind of like it, really. There's been some minor class overhauls as well. Enchants are less impactful, so you don't have to worry about enchants too much on items, so it's a bit easier to get a build up and running.
Progress. The treasure room is open. Go and reap the
Oh,
rewards.
and like target farming stuff is greatly improved as well. So if you like want to do the classic save quick farming, it's much better for that.
While you were raiding that treasury, I remembered something else they stole from me. The light
Raid boss rush? Yes. So how it works is you get 3 maps, one with each raid boss puzzle in. So it allows you to just kind of you do your 3 zones, you do your 3 boss puzzles, and then you get the raid boss portal, and then you can do all 3 bosses into Maker, so you get all 4 bosses. Glooper, Bunnied Hog, Barkenstein, and Maker.
We must be close. If I seem cold, it's because these monsters stole my soul fire. We all need a light in our lives, and mine was ripped from my heart. By the looks of it, they're keeping it here.
If you've got a build that doesn't need to launch the skulls into the Maker for damage, I think the Maker's one of the best raid bosses they've ever done. She's really good fun. These games suit ideas like double jump and a dash. I know why Gearbox hasn't done it themselves, given the size of the maps now. Well, one very good answer to that is Lance games are dated as fuck for when they come out. Like, BL3, released in 2019, and was like a 2015 game.
That big
Borderlands 2 was dated for its time.
That's so on the nose.
BL1 was kind of jank.
That jerk.
But BL1 was also like the first looter shooter, so...
My powers. Oh, my luscious, fiery, gorgeous powers. If I was a
Whilst,
wolf, I would swat
yeah,
away.
Raging Wyborg being a little disappointed because it's
We have one
a
last
boss you've
task.
previously encountered before. I do feel as if people were way too harsh on it when, like, every high-rated game has bosses that are similar to each other. that are the same as each other. Like, this isn't you. Like, manual transmission, love it. Does Redux change the guns to be more BL3 like at all? Not really. But guns, I think, on the whole, are buffed, so the more traditional guns that are in the game are better, I believe. I haven't really explored guns too much because I've been running melee. But it seems like guns feel just a bit better than they did in base game. Gameplay maybe it still feel really good. Oh, absolutely. Well, one thing that separates itself from other shooters is the skill trees. For lots of games have skill trees now. It's a pretty easy and common thing to just shove into games. But Borderlands, especially when it comes to shooter, is ahead of the game. Like, you can do lots of fun build stuff in Destiny, but when it comes to class skills, Borderlands walks all over what Destiny has to offer. Yeah, Destiny's got some very cool looking skills, but in terms of skill tree depth, well, Destiny has kind of removed depth over time, whereas Borderlands has added it. And you can do a lot with this, and Borderlands does do a lot with this. Dead pet bug. That looks fine.
Your cap is looking healthy. I think. I know nothing of mushroom biology.
There's some good gun enchants. Gun damage versus bosses. Reload speed after fire rate after reloading.
My one piece of advice
Right,
for
here we
monster
go.
you're about to face: show no fear. Cast doubt from your mind.
So I love this boss arena because of how multi-layered it is.
Lost souls fear.
You've got a basement for cover, you've got the ground floor, and then you've got the multiple raised floors. It's such a good
Instead,
arena design. I'll have forgotten how to maneuver it. I think that way isn't safe. Does Redwind things? A Bronco Buster. Passively grants 75% max health, whilst giving 5% max health regen while full. Nah, it's worse. And good for max health if you're not Berserker, but if you are Berserker, not good. Was it there before Ian? Fair enough. Vengeance. Oh yeah, the gun that wanted to be good but was too jank to use within the game that it was placed. It's so basically what Vengeance is just a worse Atlas replay. Wicked Gossip's very good. I mean, Vengeance does good damage, but the fact that it's stuck as dark magic does not help it.
it's a good night to face your fears and and the embodiment of everyone else's fears, too.
The so-called embodiment of terror, who lurks in this glittering glass, shall discover true fear today.
See, why is spell crit chance got 45%, but melee crit chance has got 15%? A fuck. Tide sorrow. Alright, let's do tier 4 Redmorn.
The monster in...
So you just skip the cutscene. I don't know why you removed the cutscene for the other 3. Alright. Oh no, I got stuck.
Are you really so eager for destruction? Well struck! But this isn't over. Take heart and fight on! Defend yourself!
I've mounted the monster! Ah, Tidebreaker. Well. Well. My Frost Amulet's not very good. So I think I'll stick with Lightning.
Key to success in that world is to try, try, try.
Fear lives here, does it? Then fear shall die here too!
Oh yeah, we got Salt and Battery. I remember. After casting a spell, gain radius. Yeah, that's probably what I want on Tidebreaker. Oh yeah, don't sell that. There we go. It's not a huge bonus, but... I do need to shuffle my enchants around though. I shouldn't have that on the Tooth Orator in case I use a dark magic weapon, but dark magic's hardly an element that I'm going to be using much. Right. Of bright.
I was wondering when you'd pop up.
Spend some money. So, Chaos Trial. Ah, yes, Pearlescence. Oh, there's two new rarities. There's Pearlescent and Contraband, so we haven't found any of those yet. Let's increase our Chaos level. Make the game harder.
They fought no. The horde breaks before me.
Makes you a juicier target.
Another foe felled by the fungus.
Find every hero in the skeleton. You're not talking skeleton. Woo! Scary. You're so scary. Smash into pieces.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of these Chaos Chamber changes, I'm gonna be honest.
We've got a live one anyway.
We just did this room.
Turn, turn, turn!
Stand against our dark master. I'm going to eat your prey.
Behind every hero is a talking skeleton. Don't worry, buddy. I'll get you out of there. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Arkenstein's one of my favorite raid bosses of all time. So a really easy way of doing this puzzle is just put down a sigil. And it'll basically automatically complete it for you. Behind every hero is a talking skeleton.
Will they never learn?
So, like, the enemies and the objectives are the same as base game, but the maps are different. That's really weird. Well, not the enemies. The enemies are different, but the boss is the same. To be honest, 10 bosses. 10, yeah, I think he just runs through all the bosses once. Put down a what? A sigil. So there's a type of sigil that's really good. I don't have one. Where when you put it down, when you're inside the circle, you gain health regeneration and damage increase. If you put one of those down, it does damage to everything in it, just a very small, insignificant amount, but it's enough to pop that that puzzle's objective. So it's a spell type. It creates a bubble. It's this room again. What is going on?
I knew
This sucks.
would pay off. Pirouette!
Is this bugged or is this like intentional?
Ready to cast!
We've done this room 3 times now. Yeah, no, this... We fought the same enemies, the entire Chaos Chamber, bouncing between the same 2 maps.
Keep them coming!
No, this really sucks.
Devil's Frenzy!
Melee and then gun mag, it becomes a little tempting with Stab-O-Matic. You've gotta be kidding me.
Now this is a battle!
It's the same quartz as well. The chamber of the skeleton fuse lighter. Oh look, Bunny Dog as well. Fuck it. Whee. Right, so this should be... Why is the first boss Celissa? I would have thought Celissa would have been like second to last boss or something. She's like not easy. I should have changed the frost.
I can do this all day! Well struck! But
The
this
fuck?
isn't over!
I died! I don't know what happened there. Hey, bunnies first. The Dreadwind can't really hit Bunny.
None may withstand.
I'm struggling meleeing it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm having fun. Oh, I'm having a ball.
I cannot. I feel magic.
Yeah, Bunny's hitbox seems really wonky there. I have no idea why. So Barkin seems a bit better.
Respect nature, bitch!
Hold fast. Strike.
I don't remember ads spawning just kind of like casually.
Oh, you're gonna die so bad, dude. Like, so bad. It's just, man, it's really just embarrassing how much you're gonna die when you think about it.
It's like easy with a dash. I've got lots of movement speed bonuses right now, and if you have lots of movement speed bonuses, Barkenstein just kind of breaks. Because you can just outspace all of his attacks. Not like you really need to anyway, but... Also, sound seems really... off. Like... Bundithog didn't make any sound, and Barkenstein's not making any sound. What's the pistol that I've got? It's a new one from Redux, Phantasm's Curse. It's basically Brainstormer. You don't need to outspace Parkinson's attacks so long as you just dodge them right. Or, you know, shoot the thing.
My spell is ready!
Oh no, I don't have a nap time. I only have energy drinks and dynamite!
So, crouch for claw, jump for tail. I keep reading that as tail for some reason.
I miss my sword.
When he jumps, either run away or run underneath it.
Man, I hate rock.
Or
Tastes like green butt wipes, you know what I mean?
shoot the ball.
Turn back now and you might survive.
Yeah, sounds really bugbear.
Favorite bosses. And you broke them! Me! Take your shinies and go.
Apex. Bolts have a chance to turn into homing bats. Oh, that's the pre-order weapon. Huh. Stat-wise, it looks competent.
Spend your gold at the only vending machine with the Queen's blessing. I cast greetings. No one.
Greens cry. And so it begins, the inventory bugs. That's a nearly perfect selective amnesia. The blank slate increases experience gain by 10%. That adds maximum ward. That one's very good. Oh yeah, so that's the sigil. That's the Hydra one, so that one's not very good. Alright, Fifi, have a good one. Right, enemy HP goes up quite a lot, but damage, attack speed... Oh, I believe they're 2% base game. Enemy HP goes up a lot. The enemy damage does kind of not, so... I'll lose some health here.
Come on, have some fun. Well, look who showed up.
Chaos Culprit.
Remember this. You could have run. Will they never learn?
It's still just spamming suicide our enemies. I don't understand why.
I feel magical.
Let's see how you handle it.
Ha-ha! Was there ever a doubt?
Yeah, bank icons in Wonderlands have always been shit. The bank loads slowly. Icons don't load. That happens in base inventory as well. I'm gonna be honest, this is just really unfun. This is just really unfun.
Back in business. Come then, let us stain this field. Shroom of Doom!
Hey Lowell, how you doing? How is in-game so far in Redux? I'm gonna be honest, it's kinda shit so far. I've only just kinda started it. I'm on my second Chaos Trial, and like Chaos Chamber now, it's the same map. It's like 2 maps on repeat with the exact same enemies, and it's all Exploder enemies. For the entire time in Chaos Chamber, it's just been Exploder enemies. Yeah, and so the previous run, I got 2 maps in 6 rooms. It just cycled. And sometimes I would like leave one room to go straight into the same room again. That wasn't a thing in base game. In fact, that was a physical impossibility. So yeah, base game had a fixed pattern for your Chaos Chamber levels as you went through, and it cycled every 21, sorry. Redux probably does the same, only instead of having a nice varied selection of rooms of an enemy types, it's just have suicide enemies. And not just any suicide enemy, the same suicide enemy. Oh, look at that. Wait, actual enemies, holy shit. This is the 10th room I've had. And it's had actual enemies in it. It's taken 10 rooms to have an actual enemy. Them removing parts of the name has resulted in some really weird names, just like leather. Level 40 leather. Let me guess. Exploding skeletons. Yep. So, okay, yeah, mini bosses. Mini bosses get actual enemy types. Normal rooms, you just get spammed with suiciding skeletons. Some high-level layers right there. I think doing a tank type of character loads of health and shield, Berserker Graveborn would work with that. Berserker Graveborn, so, okay, tanking in this game is very effective, but you also want damage. Being healthy does not kill enemies, and Berserker Graveborn doesn't have much damage. So yes, it works, but you'll be very slow. What I would recommend if you want to be tanky is going melee and, say, doing Berserker Stabbermancer and use the skill Unarmored Defense and then just stacking ward capacity and speccing Constitution, or tank power on Redux, but it's Constitution. And speccing Constitution. And then that way you have damage from a melee build with Alchemical Agent on the Stabbermancer tree and Executioner's Blade, as well as loads of tank from, you know, Unyielding, Blood Frenzy, Unarmored Defense, other forms of health regen. You can become very, very tanky, and it's a very, very powerful playstyle to do. Tank map sounds like a wall of tank stats. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these name changes. I'd rather they'd stuck with the D&D ones. Boss before. That's fair. But yeah, to answer the question, going tanky does work. I guess if you wanted Burgrave to work, you could do a Dire Sacrifice build.
Magic time!
It's going to struggle on bosses, though.
I can't do it!
This has to be a bug, right? It can't be this monotonous. The thing is he's given them unique names. So in Chaos 0 to 1, it was Chaos Gatekeeper, and now at 1 to 2, it's Chaos Gaslighter. And he's also added the Chaos Culprits now, with the giant skeleton lads. So, like... feels intentional. I mean, there are some great changes with Redux though, Paul. That's the thing. Double jumping. The air dash I can live without, as fun as it is, but the double jump is great. The airborne mobility seems much higher than in base game. I don't remember being this responsive. I can do without that. I could be misremembering, and base game has that. Okay, we've got... he's picked a really strange order of bosses. We've gone Solicitor to Nightmare. I feel like this should have been the other way around. It should have ended with Nightmare, Solicitor, and then Dragonlord.
Yes, you're a very fierce plant, I know.
Join me, brothers!
That attack's much easier to dodge now.
My foot bone's gonna connect with your ass bone!
Oh, going from side to side. The AI, you good? Yeah, so one Chaos Chamber change I didn't really like was the increased amount of enemies I like. But the fact that he didn't update the amount of enemies you needed to kill, so the first few I did were like, oh my lord. So the first few I did, the rooms would end in like 15 seconds, if that. Oh my lord. Who made the mod? I believe it was a group effort, but it's mainly EpicNNG. You should check out his stuff. He makes quite a few mods. He did a similar overhaul to Borderlands 3. He also does a bunch of like quality of life mods as well, which are worth checking out. Borderlands doesn't have AI, has artificial dumbasses. Ragnarok. Movement speed, war capacity, melee damage, that is perfect. The skills are not. Crit chance, area damage, melee damage, that's just full damage. Which... I suppose my amnesia is, but it's safer. I'm sad about that one. I mean, it has movement speed as a passive, so... Yes, it earns some back, but then, like, I'd be tanky with that. Fortifying Sigil. Ah, there we go. Double radius, too. Right, I hope to see in Borderlands 4. I hope a campaign that doesn't feel like a slog to play multiple times. I hope for continued depth in skill trees and build crafting. Not necessarily improved. I like the standard we're at, but I don't want it to devolve, which a lot of games do. And when subsequent versions release, they often start dumbing it down. I really hope they don't do that. And then I want some level of endgame content. I'm not expecting the world, I'm not expecting raids, just something to throw some builds at whilst they work on post-launch content.
Fight's getting tight. Mighty Knight's the right sight. Help! I have been turned into a vending machine.
Right, let's try and improve our uptime a bit. Wait, are those two exactly the same? No, they're a bit different. That one's better. So that one's melee damage, war capacity, movement speed. Oh yeah, okay. I don't need that one. Let me just use that one instead. I don't think they'd revert that one, Reckless. Alright, here are stats. Don't think critical what's doing anything. So I do cons, charisma, strength. Yeah, let's try that.
Ha! Justice is
Not
always
that
in
much
fashion.
tankier.
Come on, have some fun.
Yeah, he's removed the chaotic, volatile, primordial, etc. Yeah. It seems to be very intentional because yeah, this seems to be very intentional.
I'm a talking skeleton. Ooh, scary. I'm so scared.
Expect to play melee in Chaos Chambers? Why not? It's the most powerful loadout in base game.
I'll take you all!
Well, this room's a bit silly.
Ready to cast!
Like, it's one of the major playstyles of Wonderlands, is melee. Fuck, I'm pretty sure it was his favorite on launch. Yeah, I wouldn't think that. When you've got many characters dedicated to melee, many classes like built around melee. What's a shock now?
The horde breaks before me!
I'm a talking skeleton.
Foes all around! If that be the worst of them, 'tis a good day.
Ability damage, melee damage, ward capacity. I lose movement speed, but that gives me more damage. I don't think I need that. Like, 2 of the 7 closest alluders melee the class. Berserker, Stabbermancer, but then you can also say Clawbringer as well, because both of Clawbringer's action skills get the majority of their damage from melee. Stabbermancer has Ghost Blade, and lots, and like the best melee stuff. Blightcaller is very good at lots of playstyles, you know, namely weaponry, like guns, but Blightcaller is also involved in one of the highest damage, loose quote, melee loadouts. Melee delivery of darts. So it's basically just Grave Spell, Shot, and Spore Warden that don't do melee. All of the classes have got melee, high melee playstyle, high up in their, like, relatively powerful builds.
Dizzying righteousness!
We'll flame damn flesh bag. Boy,
Will they never learn? Time for a spell!
your talk now. I'm a talking skeleton. Woo!
Gravebone can do good with melee thanks to their sustainment abilities. They don't really have the damage though. Like, sustaining is not a thing that other classes struggle with, so you're basically just doing the same with less damage. But yeah. You've also got some Spellblade shenanigans if you really want to force it. See, like, I don't understand this. Now, I would say same room, same enemies, but these are technically different enemies. As silly as it is to suggest.
I knew those dance lessons would pay
But
off.
yeah, they're the same enemy, they just have a different health bar color. I guess they run at you slower, but are a little bit bigger. Ah, shame that spell damage. Action skill duration and melee crit chance. Damn. Ah, that would have been really good. I think legendary rings would be worth going for. What the fuck? Bronco. Who's the third boss? Okay, Parasite. Parasite as third boss probably makes a lot of sense. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a wrecking ball, baby, right round.
Turn back now and you might survive.
Bye.
Put some bloody armor on you, Nitty.
The Fate Breaker! Okay. Right, what does it do? What does it do? Lightning melee splash damage. Okay. The damage on it kind of sucks, so it's not very good for spin to win. But as a swinging weapon, that should be quite good. Okay, you still get blues from that, so if I have a small amount, put it somewhere else, like ring or amulet. Movement speed, area damage, melee damage. That's really good, but the skills aren't. But that's like, yeah, those 3 passives are really nice. Wait, if I get movement speed, area damage, melee damage, on an amalgam, I can get ward capacity as well. They're all different. So so I'd want an amalgam with movement speed, area, melee, ward capacity. I think area is the same column as all damage, so that works. I'm pretty sure area and all share a column. Yeah, it's melee gun spell in one, and then it's... Is it ability damage that goes with all damage? Can you get area all? I can't remember. And then like ward capacity, maximum health, they're in another one. Can't get both of those together. Oh, melee crit chance. Yeah, you've got the crit chances in one. Okay, so that'd be our 5 passive amalgam. Regenerates 3% missing health per second's alright. The fact that it's missing damage is kind of meh. Melee damage, area damage, war capacity on a Cape of Ties, and it's Blast Chill. 3 in a Clawbringer skill. Potential. I do think he's reduced these a bit, because I think we're getting better than normal. Ooh. We'll keep that, because that is Calamity. If I want to use a fire weapon. Some of that sword with blade would snap in half of a contact mill blade. I believe you. You wee crumpet? Yeah, worse crit chances as well. Warrior Rampage is good, but... idea.
This is what comes of villainy.
So we've moved from exploding skeletons to mushrooms. Interesting. I mean, we're gonna stay on mushrooms. We have the opportunity to use Calamity.
This I swear, you will fall this day. Ugh. The wheels of justice turn, and turn, and turn, and turn.
So it increases fire damage by 20% for each unique enemy hit for a brief period. This effect stacks up to 10 times. So in theory, I should just be rocking 200% fire damage with this.
Keep them coming!
No run. Be slow.
Not enough damage, we need more instantaneous murder. You got it, boss.
My conscience is clean. Try and keep up! Come, friends, to battle and glory! They fall in my wake! Now this is a battle!
I'm gonna stop spinning mid-encounter there, and wouldn't let it happen.
I can do this all day.
Who's the fourth boss? Banshee. Oh, I'm not sure I have the survivability for Banshee. Let's see.
What a helpful sprout, aren't you? I'll not suffer the likes of you.
Yeah, Banshee's a little jank, currently.
As was foretold. Magic!
So I lose my 10% all damage, but I gain 20% area damage. That should just be better. Light the fuse and bring the boom! I don't know what it means by shield damage. Is that damage to shields, or is that, you know, taking increased 75% damage?
Ugh, I got spores under my... Your nails.
I didn't loot the chest, shit.
Can I help you with anything?
I like it, but
No longer shall they reap their devastation. This I swear, you will fall this day. Ha! Keep them coming!
I've got a feeling it won't be long before I need to change my my class combo. Curse of Malice rains explosive crossbolts that attach to target and explode in MIRVs. I think that's buffed. I don't think it did the MIRV thing before. That's really cool. Oh, shields. Oh no.
Untouchable! Try and keep up! Just like I thought. Magic time! Laying low by the light. Many must fall.
I'm keeping it going. Dreadwind can hit through Pigwalk.
Back in business.
Melee damage AoE radius. That will go on top of the bubble. I lost in other stats though. I'm gonna have the biggest bubble ever. Okay, the rooms are getting a bit longer, so I think that's good. I'm not sure if it's these enemies not giving much credit towards it or what. Because it seems as if the mini-boss rooms go by really quick still. So it could just be that these enemies give low credit. We'll see later on though.
I can do this all day.
No. Really need the Banshee.
Now that's more like it.
Shadow Fire. Yeah, that looks unchanged.
Arcane armor. Now this is a battle.
Who's next? Vorkanar.
Insolent vermin! What have you done? What? Bombs?
I can cast again.
Yeah, I think Vorkanar is the 5th fight. That's well placed. Hagna. Fully automatic revolver that shoots out mini saw blades that can ricochet off surfaces. I'm sorry, that sounds metal as fuck. Hang on. Yeah, that's really cool. Good DPS as well.
Available artifice of hiding adventure.
Also non-elemental salt and batteries. That's unfortunate.
Arcane mysteries, yours for a price. Magic is evil. Beware!
Come on, have some fun. Enter the
I knew those dance lessons would pay off. Pirouette!
A belly blow. To arms, fellows!
Recharged!
It's your funeral.
Archer's Bay! Defend your village!
Hammer and Anvil's doing really good work.
A gruesome foe, but I emerge victorious.
How many chaos runs did we have of explodey guys? Was it 3? I'm guessing 3 of these.
I can do this all day.
I didn't really have control of my character there, but it worked out. Is Berserker good in the base game? Yes. Yes. The most powerful upfront damage build in the game uses Berserker.
Now this is a battle. All that might on the wrong side of battle.
Berserker's really good in base game, and with mod. But Berserker's really good in base game because it's just a generalist Yes, there's lots of melee stuff, but you don't have to play melee with Berserker. You can slap Berserker onto any of the other classes, and it enhances that class. Because it gives you general damage boosts that boost anything you do. Spells, action skills, melee, guns, doesn't matter. The bonuses that Berserker have boost it. Berserker also has good action skill uptime if you invest heavily, and it also has tons of survivability, which is very powerful in this game. Couple of amalgams. I think this enemy type is a copy-paste of Monstrous Shroom, because it's dropping amalgams. And Ruby Spites. I forget that again. Yes. Yes.
Circle of steel.
A Chaos Infection Spreader.
Darkness, flees before the light. The horde breaks before me.
No, it's all Ruby Spites. Spore Spell Slinger, maybe due for another run. Spore Spells, that's very spellcasting gun oriented. So that's actually brilliant then, because if you go Berserker, now you can do a melee action skill oriented run. That's like a brilliant counterpart.
We meet at last.
There's more where that came from. My spell is ready.
I like this run. Give me amalgams. You see this one here, all damage, melee damage, movement speed. Lechance. Maybe a bit late, but
It can't beat me. I've got blood armor. Whirlwind of glory.
the sword explosion. Why is it pink? Why is it pink? It's not a quest reward. Stuck targets are impaled by a giant sword which deals 10x splash damage. Oh. Is that different to base game? And it's not a sticky? Ooh, interesting. They might have nerfed Sword Explosion or buffed it, depending on how you look at it. That is an interesting way to change Sword Explosion, if that is a change. Lulum says the normal, that's normal, so deal 10x. Interesting, because one thing with the sword explosion is, yeah, you could always just do a couple of shots, detonate, and kill. But it did feel like there was a difference between one sword and 10, but maybe not. Remember that Black Call is the most powerful? So that kind of depends, Lone Wanderer. Blightcaller has got obscenely high potential damage, but it takes a little bit to spool up. Now, not long, but it makes the difference. So, for example, my Stabomancer Berserker build can kill a Chaos 100 Maker in under a second from health bar appearing, not just, you know, damage starting. There is no build-up. So as soon as I come in contact with an enemy, that enemy will die within a second, so long as my my skills are active. And Blightcaller needs to spool its damage up. So yes, Blightcaller is very powerful. Blightcaller also enables gun builds to shine a bit better as well in endgame. So Blightcaller is really good. But in terms of just upfront kill enemy right now, I prefer Starrow. But yeah, the damage potential of a Blightcaller is very high. Do I go for melees again? Yeah, I think so. I'd say if you've ever got any left over that's not going to give you much, I always put mine into amulets. Amulet is the item type that having a blue matters the least. Like, a blue is fine when it comes to amulets. So whenever I have a little bit left over, I always put it into amulets. Like a perfect blue amulet and a perfect legendary amulet is basically just the exact same item. Another non-elemental Salt and Battery. Another big ounce. Splash radius. I mean, that might be fun with Blast Chill. It's a slow swinging weapon though. Hey, Goblin Pickaxe. It's only 162, which is a shame, and it's amp. But it is a Goblin Pickaxe with an element, so we keep that. Greed Warden's quite... yeah. Rage Handle's alright. I was never a fan of it. I always found it quite clunky. But it is good. More Banshee Claws that are... Dark Magic. Wonder if that's locked to be Dark Magic. I want the legendary one. Iron Slides does so much damage. Like, that's a Black Powder Sniper. 1000. Iron Slides, 3000. That got the big buff. Right, I am rerolling something here. Spell. I think I'm after Radius. No, I don't want to sell it. There we go. I don't really think I need to worry about that. Air of effect radius on a sword explosion is actually like kind of toxic. I do really like the reroll cost changes. It's not a great, like, it's not a perfect solution, but it's probably the best available for the enchant system as a whole. That can be done. Yeah, so I'm trying to move over the anointing that's on this gun here. So this gun is limiting my weapon use. Not that it really matters, because shock and cryo are the best elements anyway. And the same seems to be the case in Redux as well, but just cleans it up a bit. Okay, that's 50 rerolls. There we go. Hey, nice. Perfect. Now we can use other elements. Hooray!
Enter if you dare.
So Chaos 6 has enemies at 5 times health to base. The final set is Iclopses, exploding Iclopses. Why?
A belly blow. The horde breaks before me. Archer's way.
Okay, I don't want to see a single person who believes that base game Chaos Chambers is too repetitive and then praise Redux's Chaos Chamber. Because I'm afraid One is more repetitive than the other, and a hell of a lot more. Hey, Abby. I mean, granted, Dreadwind is really, really good for these.
You have been judged and found. Now this is a battle.
Reviver. Ah, an old god. Lightning damage. Okay, so if you want to use old god, you have to sacrifice a lot of health over hammer and anvil. I think I prefer hammer and anvil, but old god definitely has merits on raw damage. I think he's removed the other... What's the 2 runes? I can't remember. Or is Master Rune the only one? No, there's another one, isn't there? Yeah, that creates, like, explodey things. The Harbinger. Dragonfly. Oh yeah, good gun. Melee crit chance, melee ability. That's ability crit chance, never mind. Womp womp. Goblins with comically large weapons. They have a really bizarre health bar.
Try and keep up.
It's like they have 2 health bars, but they go down at the same time. I kind of wonder what he's done to do that.
I can cast again!
Melee crit chance cooldown rate? I think that's what I have. Yeah. I mean, I could have 2, but yeah, 30% action skill duration. Nope. I'll keep it though. That'll be good for when I move over to Stavo. Although I am impressed with Frostwilder so far. Frostwilder usually starts dropping off. It's good, but it's not fantastic.
There's more where that came
It's better if you have got Wailing Banshee, because you don't have as much spin uptime with Stabomancer. Whereas Frostwilder, you're basically just only spinning. Just you take a huge damage loss to do that. So if you're doing Stabo, you've got much lower uptime, so you need better normal swinging. So that's where Wailing Banshee comes in. Which I wouldn't be surprised if he's removed in favor of another weapon.
Just re-roll already. Try again later.
Right, Rider! Looks pretty unchanged. Hell yeah.
Ready to cast!
Cow Khan! What a weapon. Turned into a vending machine. Not seeing any Wailing Banshees. Corrosive Pickaxe? Salt and Battery, it's Dark Magic. A warrior on it. Nice one, John. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Wailing Banshee isn't in this mod. Seems like the amount of like rolls you can get on amulets is vastly reduced as well. Like even just combinations that should exist that just kind of seem to don't. Like I know all damage is rolling, but I haven't seen many double rolls just in general for amulets. I've seen a couple on rings, like that one. Wee. Wee. Cool. With that, I'm gonna call it there. Game fun. The Redux Chaos Chamber though, well, the climb I don't think is good. I just like, so it's taking 10 runs to get to max. In base game, to get to Ascended Kit, it also takes 10 runs. But in that time, you encounter a much wider variety of enemies and rooms. Especially on, like, within the same run basis. It's just not... It's weird, like, the complaint for Chaos Chamber is that it's repetitive. Yet this just takes the repetitiveness and amps it up. I mean, I like normal Chaos Chamber. So if I find this repetitive... like, yeah... No, I'm using the exact same enemy and often the same room multiple times in a row. Just, and the enemy choice themselves hasn't really felt too great either. Like, the suicider enemies just aren't really fun. It's fun to have a room of suicider enemies every once in a while. Like, that's a funny gimmicky room, but not every single room 18 times in a row. 18? 3, 6, times 3 more runs. Yeah, 18 in a row. Not including mini boss and big boss. Yeah, no, that wasn't it. Yeah, I guess there's a little bit for this mod. Now, once I reach Chaos 10, and then I get the build sorted, and then we can potentially try normal run, extended run, boss run, raid boss rush. We'll see how those are. Maybe they're like normal Chaos Chambers in the sense that they're fully randomized. Because of course base game Chaos Trials are fixed. But again, the idea of doing this on more characters is like, it's... The Chaos Trials are, you know, in base game are repetitive enough because they're the same. But at least, you know, room to room, Chaos Trial level to Chaos level is different. And you're not fighting exploding skeletons, you know, 16 rooms in a row on the same map, often 3 times in a row. Like, yeah, no, the Chaos Trials are easily the worst part about this mod so far. Room to room difference felt really point based versus this. Well, yeah, it's the kind of the point of it. You've got so the thing is, when you have a room, you don't just have one enemy type. You often have 3 or 4 different types of enemies. Whereas this, you just get 1, sometimes 2. And even then, it's 1 type, just 2 variants of. So it's not just like all goblins, it's all of 1 type of goblin. And you know, sometimes you get 2. Whereas in base game, you might get, you know, 3 types of skeletons, 2 types of dragon, and 4 types of bandit, all in 1 room. And then the next room would be different, with another different selection. And sometimes you got some gimmicky rooms, like you only mage coiled. That's one that it liked doing on occasion. Yeah, but this is not it. But we're nearly at pearls. If Wailing Banshee isn't in, I haven't really seen a potential replacer for Wailing Banshee either. So I'm wondering if Wailing Banshee has been upgraded to pearlescent and gotten some extra toys. Or, you know, a replacement of. So we're there, nearly there. There's also Contraband as well, which I presume... I presume he can't add weapons, he has to change weapons. So... But the overall weapon pool in Legendary should just be smaller, and it feels like it is, which is fair enough. No issue with that. But yep, that's been me for today. I will continue this tomorrow, where we will hit Chaos 10. The build's going fine. So this goes 470 to 558. So that's another... Yeah. The first one was 79, and then it's just been like... Yeah, 79, 79 again. And then it's just been 80 per. So by Chaos 10... I think this build will kind of hold on, to be honest. I mean, and if Burst Spore is holding on damage-wise, then, well, Burst Arrow will be terrifying. I haven't seen Livewire. Then again, I only just found my first Shadow Fire, so it could still be hiding. Yeah, I only just found my first White Rider, so it could be hiding. And with that, have a wonderful evening, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.